Because the ulama were directly involved in this. They have this concept which is called halal, right? It was
Yes.
predominant in Pakistan, India, and then it came now to South Africa,
Mhm.
where the ulama used to look forward for this type of situations. You know, I've got no proof for this, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
In South Africa, yeah, in Durban, when the organizations or whoever were responsible to do the talaq, the divorce for women, and if this woman wanted to remarry that same man, maybe after 6 months, a year, or 2 years, the ulama would ask them to perform what is called halalu.
Mhm.
Halal is the practice where they say, based on the Quran, you have to marry another man, and that man has to give you talaq, and then you can go and make nikah to your husband.
Oh my God.
So, where is this woman going to find a man to get married immediately? So these ulama, these dudwalas, would act as sex maniacs, and they
Oh
would tell the woman,
Jesus. Oh,
"No,
don't
I'll
tell me
marry you,
this.
and I'll give you nikah the next day."
Oh my God.
This is the reality of the situation. I know predominantly in Durban, and how I know about this is because I was an Amir, I was the president of an organization, a Sunni organization, and I know these stories. So basically, you have reduced our sisters to a level of prostitution.
Yes.
Even if it's one night, or
Yes.
2 nights, or
Yes.
3 nights, you reduce them to a level of prostitution. Now,
This
let
is
me give you a situation that took place in Durban. This
my
took
God
place in the
Almighty.
80s. This
Yes.
took place in the 80s. I was
Mhm.
working for Sheikh Ahmad Didat in those days.
Yes.
Well,
God
there were
rest in
two
peace.
friends, very good
Mhm.
friends. And apparently what happened is that something went wrong with the one person's marriage, and he gave a talaq.
Mhm.
Okay? They must have been in the 30s, not more than 35.
Mhm.
So I think 6 months later, uh, this guy must have, regretted his actions and had remorse in what he was doing and things like that. So he went to the ulama, he spoke to the ulama. The ulama said, no problem. Your ex-wife now has to get married to another man, and that man must give her talaq, and then we'll make your nikah, not a problem. And if you can't find somebody, don't worry. We have a list of people who are prepared to do the halal. No, this is right. I
Mhm.
don't know if this still exists in Durban. I think it still exists.
Mhm.
So this guy went and spoke to his friend, best buddies, two of them. So he says, this is the problem I am in, and I know you very, very well. So as a friend, I'm asking this favor. I want you to marry the woman that I was married to,
Mhm.
right? And then the next day you give her talak, so I can remarry her. So the
Mhm.
friend said, not a problem. This is a true story.
Yes.
So this guy made the nikah. And the first night he went somewhere for what you can call a honeymoon or whatever it is. And the next morning, the friend came to the hotel or wherever it was, and he said, okay, give my ex-wife the talak so I can take her away and make nikah to her. So he says, no, I'll give her talak in a week's time. So this guy got a bit upset. He said, but we had agreed, one night. So he says, no. Unfortunately, nothing happened. So
Mhm.
whether it was true or false, we don't know. But then
Mhm.
the second day, the guy pitched up there and he says, no, I can't give the talak. And the third day he came, he said, no, I can't give the talak. They said, listen, do me a favor, we are friends. Let's not this arrangement cause bitterness in our relationship.
Yes.
So I'm telling you now, I'm only giving a talak after 1 week. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe the guy enjoyed it so much he didn't want to let go.
Sure. Mhm.
So a week goes by and he doesn't give a talak.
Mm.
And this guy's wondering, but you promised me, you told me. He says, no, I can't give her talak, and I'm not ever going to give her talak.
Oh dear.
Right? So he says, I married her, I made nikah to her, and I'm going to keep her.
Mhm.
So this guy will get two wives. He's got one wife already, and now he's going to take this guy's ex-wife as his second wife.
Mhm.
And he kept her. There was a big hoo-ha in Durban, but nothing happened because according to the ulama, this was the religious law, and they abided by the religious law. And the ulama actually said, you can't force this man to give your ex-wife talak.
Yes, of course.
You can't.
Yeah.
So the matter died off there, and these best friends became the best of enemies.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
life carried on.